they do indeed. And if you thought that first series of the day was pretty hot, as you say, Andy, then this one's going to be just a similar temperature as well. We're going to start off with the POV of the man that we were talking about before this series got underway in Pistola. Kills being traded across the board straight away from both teams as two players will fall either side here for Optic and EU.
Yeah, it's going to be hot. It's going to be spicy. This is what we came for. First series of the day, as you say, was incredible. I think this one is going to be no exception to that list here. Aquarius CTF going to be our game number one. We're finally seeing a camo go in for Lucid. It's going to be a late pop for him.
Lucid moving across top pink here. APG picking up a kill is going to give Optic a little bit of space to play with. And when you've got the camouflage as well, it's going to be... Lucid has a pretty clear path towards that flag. Of course, the objective to get that one back to your base. And look at the information that's being gathered here. One player seems to have spotted him out, but the commander in hand is going to start melting. Rain does drop a grenade, but will be dropped into the respawn screen as well. Lucid playing his life beautifully here. Here's Nick to try and take him down, but Trippy's going to be there for the trade.
United with a very good answer there. A double kill in the end for Trippy as he'll pick up that one. Really good control, really good presence there in the back of the base. They are able to eagle eye the camo. First of all, credit to Rain. He eagle eyes the camo. That's what allows multiple players to push into the back of the base and pick up those kills.
United doing a pretty good job, I would say, to kind of stifle the push that was coming in from Optic. I wonder if Lucid maybe had an opportunity to get that flag moving a little bit earlier. Yes, you've got camo. Yes, you want to play for kills, but you create that little bit of a distraction with the flag being moved off of its stand, off of its home, then all of a sudden United have some different questions to answer. But now the question is being asked, where are you going to go off respawning United? As you say, Andy, 4 dead, the flag already through the closet.
Spartan's still dead. He still hasn't spawned. Now they're up. So Ola just playing is so disciplined. He even strong sides away through the utility, even though there's only one player alive, just making sure to play this as disciplined as he can. There's not even a tag, not even a tap on the way home. Optic is the first to strike in game number 1.
As clean as a whistle, that flag cap coming in from Optic Gaming. It shows that they've been waiting for Eunited to turn up, and they've been welcoming. I'll get there eventually, adding them to the party. As Pistola now has to play a little bit of defense on his side of the map. Trippy picks up 1 though, which is going to allow maybe a little bit of space to be created. Here's Ryan Noob inside of the closet. 3 falling for Eunited. Ryan Noob last player alive, and Pistola is on the hunt.
Ryan Noob with a dynamo to the face against Ola. APG sneaks away with the camo. That's going to be first camo for the side of Optic. You saw, excuse me, for the side of Optic. You saw United grab that one earlier on. Now we'll see finally Lucid able to grab that first one, and now Nick can't stay alive in the utility. Big thrust there, 3 dead for United.
Rhino coming off of spawn. Trippy trying to keep the pressure on, but look at the flood now from Optic inside the base. Rain's on respawn. Spartan's just popped back into the game, and he's already being met with BR bullets into his chest. Rain going to be pushing down Bomb Car. That's such an important kill there onto Trippy. That's going to allow United to at least get some semblance of map control, but the next few kills are vital for where that flag ends up.
Yeah, let's keep an eye on this. All 4 alive for Optic momentarily. 1 dead for United, 2 dead for United, 2 dead for each side now. That flag's still going to be out.
Rain trying to get across to it. Pistola and Trippy there. There's Nick, and there's a little cheeky touch coming from Pistola as well to keep that flag alive. 2 players from Eunited are in the vicinity, though, to get that flag back to base. Lucid is last alive alongside APG. For Optic, big BR window coming in from APG. He retreats towards his base to stay alive, but 3 dead for Eunited. He's going to have all the time that he needs.
Great call from you on set. That kill from Rain against Trippy. Trippy had the sidekick. It was bottom dynamos. That kill from Rain is the only reason that flag did not go home. Those 1v1s when you're maybe the last player or one of the last 2 alive and your opponent is running the flag, those are the difference maker, especially when they're won at the halfway mark on the map. Because of that play, we will stay at 1-0 in favor of Optic Gaming.
APG now looking to continue what has been a pretty good start for him in this game. 9-5 on the statistics. A little bit of damage being done with that sidekick. Here's Spartan going to be trading out a kill with Trippy. 2 players from Eunited trapped in the base. So you can see that APG just got focused there as every single player from Eunited communicated his position to make sure he was taken down. But that play from APG pushing up, being aggressive, and distracting those players from Eunited has allowed Pistola now to get that camo into his hands.
Lots to talk about there. You got 3 camos in a row for Optic, first of all. Also, look at the fridge angle that we saw from Lucid to see up into the flag. Really great angle there. Like you said, that secures the 3rd camo for Ola now, and he's able to just poke around the corner with teammates. They need a few more kills, though, of course, before they can start this run, and actually flag being run on the other side as well.
Camo going to expire here for Pistola as well, so Optic not going to have the power up to play with. They still do have the heat wave, though. Rain picking up a kill in the feed. As where these kills fall is going to be vital, because as we saw, that flag is going to be moving from Eunited as well. Lucid picks up the kill and sends it back home. And that little play from Lucid It cannot be understated there, Andy. If that flag does not get sent home and a touch comes in, that's a free run for Eunited back to the closet.
I mean, look at this. Everyone already here in utility, already here in their opponent's closet, just like you say. The fact that they were ready to run this. Elucid being only 1 of 2 alive, and he jumps on that return. This flag would already be home, so right away, really good play there from Lucid in a disadvantageous situation, making sure that flag comes back home and his team can reset a bit.
United's slaying prowess has been pretty impressive so far. The one player maybe an exception to that is the man stuck on a breadstick right now, which is Nick. 1 and 8 for him. Maybe not the game he wants, but 8 assists. Currently leading the lobby, so certainly still damage output coming in from Nick. But Rain's going to be moving towards the Dynamos now. He's going to pick up an easy one-shot kill onto the player who was kind of hovering about the area. 2 players trapped inside of the utility now. Those Dynamo grenades are going to be ticking away, but there's Trippy again, and a couple of vital battles already taking place, Car 1.
Yeah, pretty disproportionate kills on the side of Eunited. Like you say, 1 and 9 from Nick and 3 here and 11 from Rhino. Both of them certainly leading their team in assists, but not really what you expect to see all the time. Trippy off screen, though, is able to pick up a double kill. That's 3 dead momentarily for Eunited.
Trippy just trying to stay alive long enough for those Dynamos to pop up, and you can see he was just a fraction of a second away from being able to get those into his hands. Spartan now pushing down, but he's going to get stuck by Lucid. A good trade coming in from the Optic player. Whenever you're in a situation like that, Andy, and you get away with taking someone with you to the death screen, it's always a good feeling.
So there's Camo bottom middle. I had to wonder, you didn't see it on Ola's body. That's because he died mid-fall, so it actually fell a little bit lower on bottom middle. That means Rain's going to grab that camo. It will be the first camo of the game for Eunited.
Let's see what they can do with it then. Optic, like you say, have had control of the camo for some time. Emperor Palpatine introduces himself to top pink, and Rain lets the damage take place before he finishes off the kill. 1-0 still to Optic in this game, but this is an opportunity. Look at the players here from Optic. Rain has a flank, but they've already sniffed him out by the looks of things. APG stays alive long enough, maybe to get some damage down and the trade to come in, but Rhino also there to keep the pressure on.
Great play from Optic. They didn't let a player push in utility. If you sit on that doorway and you just eagle eye a camo and you start to shoot the second they pop in, that player will not be able to do damage in utility. That's exactly what Optic shut down just now.
Look at this push coming in from United though. Trippy gets taken down in the back of the base. Lucid has the heat wave, and he also has a flank on these players. It's a 2v2 on the map at the moment. APG will slow down the run though from Eunited. A vital kill from him. Lucid jumping on the return. Pistola with him as well. Here's a thrust coming in, which is going to keep the player alive. And Rhino's actually going to try and skip past the players now inside of the closet, and the utility picks up a kill. Spartan should be taken down as well. You can see that Lucid at the moment is just head on a swivel, trying to do what he can to clear these players out.
Lucid, really interesting plays here. Does not want to trade here. Such a wise play. He just stays alive. He takes certain angles. He takes certain routes to make sure that he's not in a melee trade battle so that he can lock down that corner of the map. Eventually, that flag will come back home. Really heads-up play by Lucid. That might not look that flashy on paper, but the way that he decided to angle himself and approach those battles made sure that that flag came back home safely.
Yeah, if you want to wonder why that's so good, imagine you're on the side of Optic, right? On the side of Eunited. Every time Lucid was called out, by the end of the sentence, he's in a different position. He's in a relocated, and they cannot find that kill. So Lucid doing a great job, like you mentioned, to just make sure he doesn't trade, to stay alive and just keep that flag from going back to the base. But with 3 minutes and around 45 seconds left in this game, number 1, it's still Optic with just that 1 flag advantage.
By the way, Ola with the 4th camo for Optic. We haven't seen him on screen yet. See exactly where he is. There he is, just staying alive down there on bottom middle. Flag is being ran across. They should be able to bring this back.
Rhino picks up 1, but it's not going to be enough as Optic double their lead. 3.5 minutes to go. And with the way this game has been going so far, we haven't seen too much from Eunited as far as action is concerned. Inside of that Optic gaming base, they seem to just be getting caught inside of the closet a little bit too much. I'd like to see them maybe have one player take a few angles front base here, Andy, just cause some distractions to allow those players to extend into the flag.
Looks like, if I'm not mistaken, we'll see exactly what happens here, but looks like not good on the side of the scoreboard. Players are going to slow down here, and Optic's going to be very happy that that flag went in. You see a little bit of crouching going on here as we see a player did a drop on the side of United. The early 2 flags just to get themselves even more of a cushion here. They're not going to sit back. They're not going to play defense. We got a full time on the clock here. Let's take a look at how this opening rush goes.
Well, Pistola's going to be the man we watch. The eyes of his battle rifle to start off once more. Early on here, it's going to be Rain. He picks up a double kill right at the start. This Pistola's going to run into his own grenade. That is not good play from Pistola, I have to say it. As he tried to use that thrust to survive as long as he could. APG going to be last alive now. Spartan already trying to collapse here for Eunited. This is a much better start for them.
Yeah, definitely lots going on there off of that opening there. Not what you expect to see, as Spartan knows that he can't get anything going just yet. It was a 2v2 momentarily, thinking about trying to make something happen there, but knows he needs a few more kills before he's able to start this flag run. First, wasn't going to be APG, and based on APG's I wouldn't quite call it victory crouching here, but momentary waiting, it looks like there's going to be another game issue as well. Based on the fact that we have all 8 players in onset, I think it's safe to say that there you go, finally. Thought it might have been a settings issue, but we actually do see a player drop on the side of Optic Gaming, unfortunately. So no damage done overall in terms of the scoreboard, as we see the players awkwardly dancing around there, not sure what to do. Some crouching, a little bit of shooting, a little bit of antics there that might have looked like a moment out of Red versus Blue for a few seconds there, but luckily no harm done on the scoreboard, aside from the fact that we have to wait one more time to get officially into our game number 1.
Hey, you were talking about Halo after parties at the bar and a little bit earlier in the first series. They are the exact moves that Andy Dudinsky makes after.
That's true.
Yeah, it's literally the same speed as well.
It's true. I would say APG on the center. We'll call it not just bottom mid there on the thrust. It's kind of center dance floor.
Yeah,
that was a dance floor. We have seen some wild moves on the Sunday nights of MLG and HCS events, without a doubt. And that did look awkwardly similar to the things that we have seen some people pull on set. You're right.
It's almost as blurry as well the longer it goes on. But that's a story for another time. If you obviously want to be involved, hopefully we get people back at LAN events very soon. Anaheim's just around the corner. Let's talk about Anaheim, because we fly through these shows usually and we don't have the opportunity to kind of just take a second and pause and look ahead to our next LAN event. What are your thoughts on the teams going into it? C9, I think, I don't want to speak for you, but undisputedly probably the favorites going in. What do you think of the other stories we've got to follow alongside it?
I think right now, and unsurprisingly, it's a question between FaZe, Eunited, Optic, and not just between the 3 teams, but the trajectories that each of them are on. Right? Optic looking very different than they have the past 3 weeks until now, maybe. Right, the last week they looked so strong. FaZe continues to look like they are a better and better roster until last week. Eunited, I think we saw how they felt about Raleigh, an incredible documentary coming out from the Eunited organization. Make sure you take a look and watch that if you haven't already. Check out the clips from Eunited. Amazing look at that roster and how they have their sights set on the year, also their Raleigh performance. But what I'm getting at on set is those 3 teams are not just vying for second place, they're on very different trajectories. They're in different places in terms of performance. And I think this week and next week are going to give us a really interesting look at how these teams come in. And let's not forget, you talked about in the opening, there's not a foregone conclusion that Cloud9 will come in as the #1 contender. We still have 2 weeks of play. So lots of exciting things to talk about. But wait a minute. Hold the phone. Raleigh's coming up, but also so is game number 1. And now, wait, no. Based on what we're seeing, it's not going to be coming up.
Andy, put the phone back down.
Hold your horses, folks. Don't get too excited. Looks like we're still seeing a little bit of antics here. It's actually going to be a ring around the Rosie Ryanoob trying to set.
No, this is an open strategy from Ryanoob. He's one of the most micro, mechanical, high-level IQ, genre-defining, stuff from Ryanoob there that we're seeing at the start. And what he's actually done there is create a vortex, top middle, which he not surprised, but I think everyone's kind of counting them out a little bit too early here. But let's talk about that another time, Andy, because I'm going to guess something here, and that's that this game is going to play out. We are not going to have any disconnections. We're going to have a full game of Aquarius capture the flag, where Eunited need 5 and Optic need 3. And if that doesn't happen, that's all my fault.
I was going to say, you're a brave man for speaking that into existence here.
But I'm like, oh, come on. Why did you do that?
I appreciate it, though. I appreciate it. I like the vibes. I like the energy, and we'll have to see what comes out from both of these teams. Kills being traded, 3 dead from Optic Gaming off the rip.
Yeah, Pistola, last player alive as well, and just trying to survive, but Nick's going to find him, and Nick will eliminate him. So now Eunited, what a start this is for them. APG and Ola still in that respawn screen, and look at Nick. He's just got the information as well. Oh, he misses the stick, and it's going to be a heat wave in his face as well, but manages to get the kill. Oh, that looks a little bit spooky there for Nick for just a few seconds, but while all of the action is going on the pink side, Spartan is eventually going to find the flag in his hands, and he's going to slam the first one home. So United need 5. Well, there's the first one of them.
4 dead momentarily, though. Is this going to be a counter opportunity? There's 2 fresh spawners on the side of United, so it's a run opportunity coming in. APG should be able to pick this one up, but doesn't. So we'll have to see. 1 dead. Optic with a little bit of ways to go here, looking to counter, though.
Flag already across the map, though. The damage that was done by APG there, yes, he was dead, but those 2 players from United had no option but to wait for their shields inside of the base. So APG with the damage that doesn't reflect in the stats, which secures the cap for Optic.
Optic gonna be very happy with that. They conceded the first flag, but anyone who was watching the top right, anyone who's watching the kill feed, killing spree, double kill, by the way, for Lucid this early on in the game, as they will lead officially on the scoreboard 3-1. As you saw those kills fall, they were rapidly going down on the side of Eunited. Spartan was the last one in the back of the base, and Optic Gaming, a team that wastes no time. They strike when the iron is hot, and they counter cap immediately to regain the 2-flag lead.
Heat wave in the face of Spartan here. APG picks up a kill inside of the base. He'll get taken down, but the flag is moving. Eunited down 2 players as one has just come off the respawn. Spartan still waiting in that respawn screen once again. But looking across the board here, Pistola, a little bit of a slow start for him. We should say just a few seconds into the game as he picks up his first kill now onto Ryan. But Lucid, a hot start for him. You mentioned the killing spree already. Rain looking to answer back here for Eunited. 5 kills to him as well.
Oh boy, Rain is just absolutely edge guarding up top, not letting anyone up top except for APG, who sneaks around back. Dynamos picks up another one. 2 dead right now for the side of Optic, and now it's going to be a camo. Despite having 2 dead, Lucid is able to grab that, so really props to the side of Optic. Despite losing players, they had the right positioning to lock this down, and also picking up some more kills as well.
Hey, look at that coordination coming in from Optic as well. Lucid only shot a couple of bullets, but the grenades were already flying down onto that player on the Dynamo side. And now this is what I wanted to see from Eunited, right? Using this courtyard area, picking up that thrust, and now Lucid going to be moving behind 3 players here. The Jaws music starts in my ears as he picks up 2. Last player alive is Rain. Can he find the grenade? Can he find the kill? No, Rain manages to make a stand.
Yeah, nice job there. Like we said, a lot of patience, a lot of good timing and coordination coming inside from Optic. However, Rain very wise to shut that down and make sure that they're going to have an opportunity to push in. Spartan and Rain now making the utility push.
Rain and Spartan trying to cover each other's angles here and each other's crosses. Lucid's going to be there to put pressure on once more. There's a Dynamo grenade for you. There's a Dynamo grenade for you. However, no kill's going to go down as Eunited now find themselves just 1 alive. Nick, the last player, trying to at least get a trade in this situation. But look at that escaping player. And now Nick under pressure once more, but Wise doing a pretty good job to stay alive for quite some time. Now we see a Neela in the hands of Lucid. Let's see if we can get some pick spucks into the back of one of these Eunited players.
Oh my god, even though he gets meleeed there, wins the battle against Rain. The timing on that super combined from the Needler and Infinite is just so fast. By the way, Lucid is 13-4 right now, so just absolutely steamrolling here. It's a great start from the side of Lucid.
Once again, Eunited having to play on the back foot here. Reminder that Optic only need to pick up 3 flags in this game. United need 5 after the restarts that we've had. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's just like a jump scare for Trippy here. Halo Infinite is a horror game as 3 players appear on his screen, but somehow manages to survive as he's not going to be chased down by the Slender Man for now. Ryan down to 1 shot. Lucid sniffs that one out immediately, says, don't worry about that one, boys. I'll go pick up another kill. As he does manage to take down Ryan, but will be traded out as United focus that fire and Spartan picks up a camo.
Camo thrust here for Spartan. We'll see what he can do. Camo double thrust for Spartan. He's going to have 4 in the pocket, an opportunity to push up and try to get some opening damage. Cannot do this alone, though. Needs to make sure that his coordination here is well-timed with his teammates, and looks like Ola's his first target.
Rain's going to steal that kill away. There's the thrust, and Lucid almost managed to turn that one around. There is a grenade that coming up. I'm not sure if that was a team grenade.
Yeah, I don't know.
They did actually pick up that kill, but yeah, a little bit frustrating. Maybe that situation to lose the camo, but at least they got the kills and created the opening.
I was going to say the same exact thing. It looked a little bit suspicious there with nades coming into the fridge. Doubtful that the nades would have come in from the other side, but 2 dead to the side of Optic here. 7 minutes on the clock, and like you say, only 2 flags needed for the side of Optic to close this one out. And we're going to need several flags from the other side if we want to see this continue on the distance. Trades coming in there from Spartan.
Yeah, it's a vital trade coming in from Spartan as well, because 2 players overextended. APG was the last player, or sorry, the second player to overextend after Lucid, but now there's 2 players inside of the base, and they know they've got to time this. APG in a big 1v1, and APG, that is a massive 4-shot, but here's Rain on the flank, forces his flag almost home. Rhinoob is there, but there's a player also from Optic in the vicinity. He's looking for a counter cap. That's 4 dead momentarily for Eunited. No! Trippy now coming off the respawn as he moves across towards top middle. It looks like Eunited have managed to get control of their base once more.
And looked like, yeah, for a moment there, we were going to see a little bit more control coming in from the side of Optic Gaming, but the trades coming in. Spartan trading there is a huge trade. The fact that he was able to stay alive, get that 1 kill, prevented the similar counter cap that we saw earlier. So now we have a little bit more of a close game here with 6 minutes on the clock.
Oh, Trippy. Man's got big arms, and he shows it in game as well, as he picks up 2 beatdowns to pick up A couple of kills inside of the base. Nick is last player alive. Now you can see all of them spawning on the fridge. This is a perfect situation here for Optic to run this flag home. Eunited trapped. There's not many places for him to escape, and Trippy's going to pick up the easiest back smack of his life.
That flag should go home based on what we're seeing here. Yes, flag does go in. Now only one flag away, and with 3 dead, Optic looking to back-to-back here. If they can close out the game right now, Spartan wins a key battle in utility, but not over yet.
Yeah, he's dead. And Pistola has managed to pick up not only the heat wave, but the camouflage, and maybe even a flag as well. Just has to deal with a little hailstorm of grenades coming in towards where that flag is. Drops a grenade onto it. If he can buy enough time here for other players to push up, then maybe he can do something magic. And somehow the combination of Lucid and Ola means the flag is moving here for Optic. They take down the last player. Rhinoob's on the respawn. This will be the final flag going in here for Optic Gaming. They only needed 3 as Lucid will put in the final flag. Optic take your first game of the series.
Oh my God, look at this. Lucid also popping off. A little bit of victory crouch coming in for him, and they should be very happy.
Sunday night dance. That's officially known as now, by the way.
That's exactly what that is. They're going to bring that flag in, and if there's one player who stays alive on the utility doorway with the heat wave, it is I Got Your Pistola. Of course, as you pointed out, Lucid and APG there were there for the help as well, but so smart from Ola to play that way. They lose the flag. 3 are coming off the spawn. It's down in utility. He's got heat wave camo. Just backs off, waits and baits, throws the perfect nade on the staircase. That brings the last flag home. Optic Gaming looking strong.
I think the fact that we got what I feel was a correct result as well after the restarts as well. Optic Gaming did have the advantage going into the restarts from the fact that they were 2-0 up at the start of that first game that we did see. But it was a very similar pattern of play to what we saw. Optic were able to overextend on that P side so many times without feeling any pressure when Eunited seemed to have a semblance of control. But that's something that Eunited can put right, I feel. It's so noticeable for me watching from, the third person position that we have. We have all the POVs. It's great to see, but Eunited need to recognize those spawns a little bit quicker on the P side of the map to be able to convert a few more of those flag opportunities.
Absolutely, and just huge numbers coming in there. I mean, at this point in the game, Lucid is 17-7.
Helps.
It absolutely helps. So we're going to see that second flag that did go in for the side of Optic, and the entire look at this, just the help coming in. You're going to see assists coming in, kills coming in from Ola, perfectly timed on the peak. That flag goes in. 19-7 from Lucid to close that one out. And Optic Gaming, if you're a fan, you like what you
Optic Gaming up by 1 in the series, just need to take this game to continue their elimination bracket run. For Eunited, it's a case of winning this game to send it to a game 3 where we'll decide who will progress in today's tournament. But you can see that beautiful logo, the PD. That's one spawn that's going to have to be controlled by teams. That P Street is going to be vital as well. Pistola again, the man to watch off the break.
Yeah, here we go. We're going to see exactly how this one ends up. Ola says no bad there, but he gets taken down right away. Tries to turn the head. First few kills going to go in for Eunited.
That's 4 dead for Optic. Well, 3 dead, I should say. Excuse me. Made that 4 dead now as Lucid will finally be taken down, but the trade does come in. Thrust going to be picked up here by Spartan as well, so a little bit to play with. And this Stalker rifle, this is the definition of an obnoxious weapon here, Andy.
Absolutely. So much damage you could do in such short time, whether you're winning 1v1s. Ryan Noob, by the way, with a Bulldog in hand, needs to get away from this damage that's coming in as well. But that Stalker rifle can win 1v1s and also do tremendous damage across the map. Boom, and a smack coming in from Ryan Noob on Ola. Tough start for Ola and the rest of the team so far.
Lucid going to be taken down and no shields. 2 players weak here for Optic Gaming, but Ryan just can't find the finish, and that's just great teamwork coming in from Optic Gaming. Both players just saying, stay alive, do not poke, and we can re-challenge as Lucid now has that Stalker rifle in his hands for Optic.
And just like that, off screen, several kills come in. Looked like it was going to be a moment of control for the side of Eunited. Instead, Optic Gaming just answer right back right away. And who else but APG to get 5 kills to his name, leading the game, and 4 more kills than anyone on his team. Lucid still not even with a kill on the board, and it's APG off of that respawn. We got to find out what he did, because it's a killing spree for him to give his team the lead here by 2, and look what looked like a pretty difficult situation.
1 kill, the difference between the 2 teams. However, that push now from Optic has closed down the push that was coming in from Eunited. 3 kills, the difference between the 2 teams after that little exchange. King Nick going to be picked off as Trippy introduces himself to a little bit of team SWAT. 11-7 now the score for Optic. Rocket's going to be coming up in 10 seconds here, so you can see the Trippy changing his attention towards that P Street. Anyone moving from L, that Bulldog, is going to find themselves in the line of sight. Trippy.
Yeah, all eyes on the boom booms here. About to pop in 1 second. We'll have to see if Trippy wants to drop, wants to just wait and bait. Rain is thinking the same thing. Take a look at Rain at the top of the C stairs. He knows that someone might be coming as well. Starts to get an angle here on Trippy and Tire, so Trippy wisely relocates there, and they're going to just look at this standoff here. This is what I'm talking about. This doesn't happen in every map in game type in Infinite, but with these rockets, you have this dead stalemate on this pickup.
We need some Western music playing in the background. That's exactly what kind of, sets it all up, right? A little bit of John Wayne action. Trippy going to be...
I think I just saw some tumbleweed come across, but looks like rockets are finally grabbed by Nick.
It's a new dynamic thing that's been added to Streets, the new event that's coming up. That's a leak, by the way. That is completely and utterly not true. Nick now with that rocket launcher in his hand. Only one in the barrel to play with, though, but needs to make it count. Because down by 2 here at United, one opening with this rocket launcher can completely change the complex of this game, but it isn't going to connect. Trippy doing a great job to bait that rocket out.
Yeah, that's a tough angle that Nick tries to go. When you go try to PD Balka with the rocket, that has to be a very, very good rocket. Shots from Ryan Noob against APG. He will not lose that one. He will retire into Red Room for just a moment. And now Optic Gaming up by 3 here, but Ryan Noob with a Sentinel Beam, Microwave, and a Thrust and some Plasmas, so lots of tools in the tool belt as he goes up against Lucid on C-Balk.
Lucid manages to stay alive. And look at that sneaky position from Lucid as well. Hasn't dropped down, manages to stay alive for a few extra seconds, but here's APG. And he's going to take the utensils out of the hand of Ryan after he picked up 1 kill. 3 kills still the difference between the 2 teams. APG now with the Stalker rifle, but also with a Stalker, as there's a player inside a tram station looking to take him down.
Yeah, we're all big APG fans. I really can't blame him for chasing there. Would love to get a word with the guy if I can. And also Ryan Noob has his way with words in the way of a frag grenade. He'll pick up that one, so the game will stay within 2.
Nick looking for that instance play with the 2 plasmas as well, but now he's got to scarper away back to Red Room to have a think about his next move. Pistola tries to do what he can to finish off the kill, but now combines with Trippy and another teammate in Lucid. The teamwork from Optic starting to flourish a little bit here, Andy, but still just that 3 kill difference as the Rockets are up once more.
Yeah, here's the Rockets. Only a 3-kill game, not too dissimilar from the situation we found ourselves in the last rocket grab. Ola, though, knows that they need to get away from that angle. They're too exposed to neons. They go back to pillars instead. Rocket's still up, as you can see off screen.
Rocket's going to be stolen by Optic, and it's APG again. 8 and 6 for him, so slowed down a little bit after that hot start that he did have. But has an opportunity now to just completely control this back A area. Fires 1 rocket. Spartan once again just baiting it so well, though. And that's something that's been kind of symptomatic of this game so far. Nobody being able to use the rockets. Both teams baiting both of the rockets out of the barrels before they do too much damage.
It's not the first time we've seen Optic get shut down with rockets across a bunch of maps. It feels like their rocket efficiency not as high as maybe they would like. So just like that, it will stay a 3-kill game. Those rockets certainly could have provided a swing, but Eunited shuts those down.
Spartan thinking about a little bit of a highlight play there. It just looked a little bit like a low light play, to be honest with you. After he picked up 1 kill and tried to look for that ninja, but Trippy with 3 kills to play with here, and here's those spike grenades that we're talking about. Somehow Pistola manages to avoid all damage because his name is Pistola. Spartan picks up 1 though. Another spike grenade going to be tossed towards the Tires area. Trippy here to try and cover a teammate. Does have that Bulldog to play with, but you can see at the moment United just controlling the high side of the map at the moment, and Optic is struggling to push.
Really interesting breakdown there. We saw Trippy get damage from ball spawn over to players that were just outside Tires, and Ola tries to make the push wrapping around from bottom middle. That is not an easy push to make, and unsurprisingly, he dies in what was a 1v2, and rockets aren't coming up. Optic had the lead. It feels like those pushes were unwarranted, unneeded, and now just like that, it's a tie game.
APG with the Bulldog in his hands, though. And even though the kills did go down to Eunited, not all of the weapons were scavenged from the map. Now, the question is, are Eunited going to pay for that a little bit? APG, 1v1, manages to use that thrust to just about escape with his life after the damage is done. Lucid moves into cleaning up the kills as well, so that's a good trade across the board. Here's Trippy. Finally, a rocket is going to connect here for Optic Gaming. They've had the majority of them, but Rhino doing some damage across the map. It's going to mean that Trippy's going to be in a 1v1. He's going to be down to pretty low shields as well. Retreats to his teammates instead. 26-26.
Knows he might need a pre-fire rocket there, just waiting to see. I like how he's being so disciplined with his last rocket. Make sure to use it. Make sure to be effective. This game is far too close to be willing to throw away rockets.
Tumbleweed's back. As Trippy has 1 rocket still to play with. Now, can they make something happen? I want to see a little bit of aggression from someone else on Optic to create an opening here. Ola is going to be that player, and here we go. The map has now opened up for Optic. Trippy can move in, even though they just have the 1 kill. advantage. He can now trap all of those players in red room, and even though the rocket didn't get the kill, the damage has been done. Rain somehow though will take down one. Pistola's going to move in alongside Trippy. 2 kills picked up now by Optic as Ryan Noob is trapped inside a red room.
Ryan Noob just staying alive as long as he can. Look how obnoxious Ryan Noob is to kill. It will finally...
He's still alive.
No, he's not.
He's still alive.
Oh my God!
How does he do it? Ryan Noob just one of those players who can make the best out of any kind of situation. 31 to 30 the score, and even though Optic had the toys to play with, United say ain't playtime quite yet.
Ryan Noob just having an extended stay in the red room. Such an obnoxious kill. It takes 3 players on Optic to take him down. Just staying alive on the water cooler, bouncing up and down. We talk a lot about Ola's survivability and how difficult he is to kill, but Ryan Noob wants to make sure that he corrects the narrative that he is one of the hardest kills in professional Halo as well.
Look at that grenade from Pistola though, and Rain having to escape now. Pistola looked almost dead to rights in that situation. It was the thrust that kept him alive though. That's Ryan Noob now. Let's watch some of his POV after that crazy play we just saw. Rockets are coming up as well. And United haven't had too much luck with those so far. There's a drop ball to try and make a play off them. There's a spike grenade, and now Ryan Noob has to try and escape. Trippy will take him down. Spartan last player alive here for United, and there's the Rockets. Trippy has them once more.
Great rocket from Trippy. Also doesn't even take any damage there. He's going to use both of them. That's a triple kill from Trippy. 37-34. They get a little bit of a lead here.
First time rockets have been used in a way that has turned into kills. And that means it's turned into a lead here for Optic. Back to that 3-kill margin. Now, what can they make of this situation? Rain picks up one. Trippy's been spotted out as well. Ryan picks up another, and Optic just kind of being caught being overly aggressive there after that first kill was picked up by Eunited. Now we find ourselves with Eunited back in the lead as Nick kills Ola.
Trippy almost gets away there. Decides he didn't want to stay in PD, even with a rocket left. Surprising. Tries to get back to Arcade. Almost gets away with it, but unable to do so. So just like that tied game, neck and neck between these two in game number 2. As a reminder, do or die for Eunited. This is a best of 3.
Ryan just trying to escape for now. Has an assault rifle to play with, but Stola's in front of him. Takes a little bit of damage from that frag grenade being dropped down in front of that neon site. Rain once again picking up a kill. Here's Trippy. AR will help out in that situation. So will his teammate Nick. As now United go into the lead by 1. 9 kills to go. Make that 8 as Rain once again picks up a kill. Rain has been popping off in the last few minutes.
Lucid gets caught out there. Thought he maybe had a little bit more help, a little bit more angles coming in from the side of C, maybe even from B on rail. Those angles were not there. That means it's a 3-kill lead for United. Make that 4 now.
Optic are trapped. And United recognize it as well. 4 kills the difference between the two teams. If the first kill in this fight goes to United, then maybe this might be game over. But APG picks up one onto Nick. Trades come in though, 45 to 41. APG in a big 1v1 on tires. Lucid there to help him out.
Big confidence there coming in from Ryan Noob. Doesn't pay off though, because Optic and team are ready on tires with that tires angle, so they're unable to trade out just like that. 2-kill game.
Lucid can be sliding down as well. Big 1v1. He has the thrust. Rain stays alive. Ola picks up the kill though, and now it's a 1-kill game.
Whoa! Rocket comes flying in.
Connect.
Second one will not hit. In the end though, those are wins for Optic. They pick up 2 kills off the back of it, so 46-45. Optic takes the lead.
I don't think that's bad for United though. 2 rockets and no real damage done. Just a 1-kill advantage for Optic. You'll take that, especially in such a nail-biting situation. But this is the moment. Who wants to be the playmaker here for Optic? It looks like Lucid is trying to push forward first. APG is the man though, with the flank. He picks up a double kill, and now he scarpers back to his teammate as Rain will bring this back to a 2-kill game.
Look at this. He knows someone's in PD. He knows Ryan Noob's in PD. Great awareness coming in from APG, the man who started this game off so hot, and now only 1 kill away.
APG has made plays at the end of this game here for Optic. Spots out all of the remaining players from United. They're all trapped around that red room. 1 play.
Look at the angles.
1 kill here for Optic. And they will send United out of the tournament for today. Lucid trying to make that flank here, Andy.
Oh, almost pre-nades Ola, actually. Needs to be careful here. They thought they had the wraparound. So rotate all the way to B, coming in from United here. They still need to find that last kill.
Lucid has the thrust to play with as well. Pistola's trying to make a little bit of a play here. You can see on the outside of your screen. And Pistola will make the play with the assault rifle. We didn't catch it, but you can see it developing. Pistola stepping up to get that final kill. But APG, the man who stood up tallest there for Optic at the end of that.